Okay, so today it's time to talk about some chins, more specifically some UFC fighters' chins, and rank them on who has the worst and who has some of the best chins in the whole sport. Alright, you all see the categories. I have about 30 fighters I want to talk about. So, yeah, this is the ultimate chin tier list, okay? I don't think I have to explain the tier list or the tiers very much. Y'all see it. I'll do it anyway for those who don't understand it. The top, obviously, having the iron chins, the best chins in the UFC, and then going down, getting rarely hurt. They rarely get hurt. They have a good chin, but just not the S tier echelon of chins, okay? And then we have slightly chinny. You know, their chin's a bit like random at times. They just get chin randomly, and sometimes it's iron. And then very chinnable, you know, just a tier above the worst chins in the UFC. And then the chin is not found, brother. It's non-existent. It's a glass jaw. There's nothing there. Starting first with a sleeper pick, man. I just know people are going to disagree with this, but I have an argument, okay? Marvin Vettori has the strongest chin in UFC history, okay? You look at his amateur record, you look at his UFC record, this dude has never been KO'd. He's never even really been hurt to where it looks like he's going to get finished. This dude has a fucking chin of a fucking, I don't even know. This dude is an orc, an absolute unit of a low IQ orc who just marches forward, gets hit so much, and it doesn't matter. And I think he has the best chin because I think out of everyone in S tier, he has been hit the most. He has been checked the most. His chin has been tested the most, and it's not been broken. You know, he's making his return fight soon, I think, so we'll see. Maybe this will age badly, but some of the people in S tier have had their chin tested. They've been dropped. Even some have been finished, but they still make it into S tier just because it's still one of the best chins of all time, you know? But if you look at Marvin Vettori, man, there's no argument. He's the best chin of all time. Maybe you can make the argument for, like, someone else here, but I think him being hit the most, tested the most, and just, dude, he just doesn't flinch. He's a fucking autistic orc of a thing. Like, I love Marvin Vettori. He's funny on Twitter, but he's so bad at fighting. Oh, my God. Like, if he actually used this chin to his advantage and just mumbled and bumbled forward and just marched everyone down and just threw like he has this chin, I swear he doesn't know it. He doesn't know he has this chin, but if he knew it, he'd be a champion. I swear to God. He just march forward, use your best attribute, and win because this dude's not getting knocked out. Next, we might as well talk about the worst chin of all time since we just did the best. We have Matt Schnell, all right? Now, it's a close battle between him and Jubilee, but I think Matt Schnell does have the worst chin of all time. Was it Mateus Nicolau who had that hammer fist sequence over him where he literally, like, the hammer fist looked like they couldn't hurt a fly? He got KO'd by the most pathetic light hammer fist of all time, and it was just so bad. And obviously, yeah, he's getting KO'd and chinned out cold by Steve Erceg, who's a grappler, who's not known for his knockouts at all. And he's been chinned by a few other people in the UFC, outside of the UFC as well. His chin is just so brittle, and it's unfortunate because he's actually really talented. He just retired, obviously. I guess maybe he got forced to because he was going to be cut if he lost that one against Cody Durden. I don't know, but he retired nonetheless. Worst chin of all time. It's unfortunate because he's actually talented. He can box. He has good grappling. He's good. It's just, fuck, man. The chin, bro, it just doesn't exist. And I feel bad because that's just genetic. Chins really are just genetic. I mean, you can train your neck and you can do all that, but in reality, it's the same as power. You get blessed with that by God, or you get cursed by the devil. And you have none of it, or you have all of it. You know, it's just the truth. And Matt Schnell, you get the award for having the worst chin of all time. I'm sorry, bro. Next, I want to talk about a pretty underrated chin, in my opinion. Bilal Muhammad, okay? Sure, he's been finished by Vicente Luque. His only KO loss, I don't know if it's his only KO loss in his amateur record. I should have checked. But in the UFC, out of all the fights he's had over like 20 fights or something crazy. He's only been hurt and KO'd by Vicente Luque. And then you have the Jeff Neal performance. Bro, that shows how good his chin is. He has an iron chin. Bro, he doesn't care. He doesn't get rocked. Well, he gets rocked, but he doesn't, like, get finished. He doesn't get hurt. He just has a crazy chin. And his defense isn't even that good. Like, Bilal is, I don't think he's, you know, as bad as a lot of people like to say. He's actually pretty good. I mean, he's the fucking champion. It's crazy I have to say that, but yeah, very good chin. He's very hard to hurt. I just think he has a lot of good feats. He boxes with Gilbert Burns for 3 rounds, doesn't even get hurt once. He just marches forward, marches Leon Edwards down, outboxes him most of the rounds, rocks Leon himself, but we're talking about his chin here, okay? We'll get to Leon's chin later, but yeah, Bilal has an underrated chin. I'm going to put him in the very rarely hurt category, He's rarely hurt. It's true. He just has a good chin, and that's one of his best attributes. You mix his good chin with his nonstop pressure and his dominant wrestling, and we got a new welterweight go, boys. All right, he's coming for it. But yeah, that's where he falls. Very underrated chin, I'd say. It's obviously not S tier. He's been hurt a lot. He has been finished once, so you can't put it S tier. You could probably argue it deserves to go down a tier, but I just think all the dangerous fighters he's fought and the amount of punishment he's taken from Jeff Neal and not got finished, I think his chin's pretty underrated and pretty good. Next, we're going to talk about Alexander Volkanovski, and I'm actually going to put him in the very chinnable, okay? Hear me out. Don't just click off. Don't rage, okay? Bro. Volkanovski has been dropped by Brian Ortega. He's been KO'd by Volk and Ilya now, which obviously the 2 KO losses makes it look a lot worse than it is. But if you look back at the Max fights, he's been dropped in both of the first 2 fights as well. He's always been kind of chinny. Like, he's a very tough, short, stocky, thick-necked dude, but in reality, his defense has carried him his whole career chin-wise. He's always had kind of a iffy chin that can be turned off kind of like suddenly and kind of easily. If Brian Ortega's dropping you with a random jab, then I don't think your chin is all that. You could argue he deserves to go up 1 tier maybe, but no, I think Volk's very chinny, honestly. Very chinnable. I just think it's very inconsistent. He's getting dropped by Max. They may be head kicks, but yeah, I just feel like his defense carries him, and his chin is not as good as it looks because his defense is so damn good. His defense mixed with his foot movement, it just makes his chin look a lot better than it is. And yeah, he's getting KO'd left and right now. And if he gets KO'd by Diego Lopez, this will definitely be true. Obviously getting KO'd by power punchers doesn't make you glass chinned, but I do think Volk is carried by his defense compared to his chin. You look at his chin, it's been dropped a lot of times, finished a few times now. It's just not looking the best, okay? And yeah, I think he deserves to be in the very chinnable tier. Next, we're just going to get it out the way, man. Put Jubli in the fucking bottom tier, all right? There's no chin on him. Okay, he redeemed it. It's gone. It's non-existent. It's gone. There's nothing there, okay? Getting KO'd in 1 punch in his last fight. And then the fight before that, he got pressured like for a second and then just folded instantly. He didn't even really get chin badly. He just got hit with like a few pillow punches and just his chin he was hurt, man, and he just gave up. That could say something more about his will and his like fighting ability, than his chin, but nah, man. His chin's fucking bad. Like, he got caught with 1 punch, and it wasn't even like a crazy clean connecting punch, and he was like he face planted to the canvas. Very bad chin. I'm scared for his next fight. He's India's only hope. Next, we got John Jones. Put him in the S tier. He has an iron chin. He does. It has been tested a bit by like people like Dominic Reyes, and he's been hurt by Gustafsson. He has been hurt on the chin. He has been tested before, but it's held up. He's never been finished, obviously. He's never fucking lost. And yeah, he has a very good chin. Tom Aspinall could check it, but we might never see that. And if we do, I think he'll redeem his chin. I think he's going to redeem it, brother. I think he will KO Jones, but that's not important, all right? Yeah. Iron chin. You got to put him in the S tier. You just got to. Next, we're going to put Ilya Topuria in the... where are we going to put him? I'm going to put him in rarely hurt. I will. I'm going to put him in the A tier, I guess it would be. I think he's pretty underrated chin-wise because his style calls for getting hit, okay? He has a style where he has to kind of put himself on the line to get hit. We saw that against Max Holloway. He hit him a lot. Max was landing devastating elbows in the clinch. He was jabbing him up, boxing him up. He was, okay? Same with Volk. He was boxing him up too, hurting him, bruised him up, made him bleed a lot with only 1 round, really, of damage to do. yeah, Ilya gets hit a lot. It's true, but his defense is really, really good. Most shots don't actually hit his chin, so maybe it's just not as good as I think. But he's only been chinned by one guy, okay? Like, and he didn't lose, obviously. You know, Jai Herbert hit him with a perfect head kick that Ilya just did not see coming, and that was the one time we saw his chin tested. But I still think it's pretty good. He gets hit a good amount, and he's really tough. His chin is really tough. I think it's underrated. I think it deserves to go to the A tier. His chin is really tough, and I think it deserves to be here. You know, hate me for it. I don't know. I like Ilya now. I mean, I always hate him a little bit for KO, my favorite fighters, but hate or love him, you got to give him the credit. He has a good chin, and he deserves to be here. Next, I want to talk about Leon Edwards. All right, I'm actually going to put him in the very chinny category. Okay. This dude has some of the best defense in MMA history. That is true. You know, it just is. He has such good defense. He's rarely ever hit on the chin even. You know, the only times we've ever seen him really hurt were Bilal Muhammad and Nate Diaz. Okay? The only times we've really seen him ever rocked. Nate Diaz rocked him with a fucking Stockton just cross that, dude, we all know Nate Diaz has pillow hands, okay? And Bilal kind of has pillow hands too. So if Bilal Muhammad and Nate Diaz are rocking you, I just think your chin is bad, okay? We've rarely seen him get chinned. He really has not been hit that cleanly ever because his defense and his foot movement is very good. He plays it very safe. He's very plotty. So yeah, I think he's very chinnable. I think JDM would have chinned him, but you know, we got JDM versus someone else now. So he's going to have to chin Bilal instead. Next, we got Johnny Walker. Get him down there, all right? Johnny Walker may have a worse chin than Matt Schnell. I may have been wrong, okay? Matt Schnell, man, he gets KO'd a lot, but Johnny Walker gets KO'd so goofily and just brutally. He gets tapped on the chin. He starts flailing his arms around, jumping backwards, doing fucking rolls on the ground at how much he's hurt. It's just ridiculous. His chin is so brittle. He gets chinned by everybody he fights now, at least. And yeah, I don't think there's much to talk about here. Johnny Walker, one of the worst chins we've ever seen. Then we got Usman. You know, I'm going to put him in slightly chinny. He has a weirdly very inconsistent chin, getting rocked by Colby Covington. You know, obviously in that fight, he's putting his chin on the line, choosing to box and completely strike with no takedowns versus Colby. But Colby has pillow hands. He's getting hurt by him a lot. And then obviously the head kick, headshot dead, you know, all that. His chin, it's been questionable in other matchups as well. He's very tough. He's on EPO, but yeah, he's very good at recovering. But I think in reality, he is slightly chinny. You know, people can find the chin on him very often, you know, Gilbert Burns hurt him, dropped him, you know, a few other people have hurt him pretty badly. It's just very inconsistent, and I think he's just slightly out of the rarely hurt category into slightly chinny. Next we have Ian Gary. I'm going to put him in slightly chinny as well. I think he is very good defense-wise, good foot movement, hard to find his chin, but he's getting rocked around by Shavkat, who's not really that powerful. And then you have him getting almost KO'd and finished by Song Kanan, you know, and a lot of his other fights, he's not getting hurt badly because they can't really find his chin. But from what I've seen so far, when you find the Soy Boy's chin, you're going to hurt him, okay? MVP hurt him. He never really rocked him too badly, but that's because his defense is good. But I think his chin is slightly chinny. Next, we're going to talk about Dan Ige, all right? Dan Ige, man, he may get a lot of disrespect. He may lose to a lot of people. He may be a win one, lose one type of fighter, but he has an underrated chin. I'm putting him in the rarely hurt category, all right? This dude has a crazy chin. You know, you could probably argue he's S tier. You probably could. I don't think he really has an iron chin, though. He has been hurt before. I don't know if he's been finished. I don't think so, but he has a crazy chin. Taking all that punishment from Diego Lopez, fighting just everyone he can and just never really gets hurt. He just takes a lot of damage. His style kind of the same with Ilya. He's always marching forward, trying to get people to the edge of the octagon so he can land his, and he's getting hit meanwhile while he's doing that. And he has a good chin, man. He's fighting people like Josh Emmett, getting hit, and just he marches forward. He's fine. Yeah, he's never been KO'd either. Pretty sure. So he deserves to be here. You could probably argue S tier, but no. I mean, he has been dropped before. I'm pretty sure. Like, he has been hurt by people, but he always recovers. His chin is very good. I'd say pretty underrated, man. No one really ever talks about it. But yeah, let's move on to another fighter in Justin Gaethje. All right, I'm gonna put him in the slightly chinny category. Okay, he just doesn't make the A tier slightly because he has been like KO'd pretty brutally and easily by certain people. Okay, Max chinned him, who's not known for his power at all. Eddie Alvarez fucked him up. Okay, let's just be real. Dustin Poirier TKO'd him while standing. Like, just had him out on his feet. His chin is good, but it's pretty inconsistent, I'd say. Okay, he gets hurt a lot, and if you do have him rocked, if you get him rocked really badly, he can usually be finished. You know, his chin's recovery is not the best. It takes a while to come back. He's always like slow-moing around once he gets hurt really badly, so I'd say slightly chinny. He does have a good chin, though, at times, like where he's getting rocked and taking so much punishment from Michael Chandler and Dustin. He still has a good chin, obviously, you know, but I think there's a good chance that Fiziev could KO him this weekend, you know? Not a popular opinion, probably, but I think coming off the worst KO of your life, yeah, you're more chinnable than ever. You're like a lot less confident. You're gonna be more plotty and not the same Justin maybe we know. So I'm scared for him. I hope he doesn't get chin though. I love Justin. Everyone loves Justin. Come on. Next, we're gonna put Merab in the hurt. He gets hurt sometimes. Yeah, we'll say rarely hurt. You know, I was gonna put him in S tier, but no, he gets hurt too much. You know, Merab, he's more durable in the rest of his body. Like, he's not gonna take damage anywhere else. The only way to hurt this dude is to put his lights out. You know, but Suga couldn't do it. Suga couldn't really land anything clean. That was the problem there. But you got Henry Cejudo rocking you. You have Marlon Morales rocking you with like, they're both known for their power. Like, it's not a bad look, but I mean, yeah, I just can't put him S tier. He's A tier, one of the toughest UFC fighters ever. But Merab, his chin can be found. It can be hurt, and he has almost been finished before by KO, but it didn't happen. His chin's very good at recovering, very durable, very tough. The Goblin will never be finished, most likely. Next, we're going to talk about Cannonier, all right? Just one. His chin looked a lot better than normal. I'm going to be real. It's very inconsistent. I'm going to put him in slightly chinny. He's been chinned many times. If you can hit him cleanly on the chin, he will be rocked, and he will look like he's about to die in the octagon. His recovery is decent, but I still think his chin's pretty, like, very inconsistent. I can't put him in rarely hurt. I have to put him in slightly chinny, because he is slightly chinny. It's true. He gets hurt a lot. He has been finished a few times. Should have been finished by Kyle. I don't know how he didn't. He literally was dead, basically. So, his recovery is decent, but the actual chin itself, there's an off button, and it can be found. Then we got to throw Chito Vera in S tier. The most wasted chin on anyone I've ever seen. This dude does not use his chin. He fights like he has no chin. But he took so much damage from Sean Strickland. Took that knee. Not Strickland, fucking O'Malley, my bad. But yeah, he just takes so much damage. And just marches forward. He's fine. You know? Got dropped by Figgy, but I mean, Figgy hits hard. Like, he found his chin really badly, but his chin is still stupid. It's dumb. Next, we're going to talk about Gilbert Burns. I'm going to put him in easily chinnable. Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take, but yeah, Gilbert Burns' chin has never really been good. He's been KO'd by Dan Hooker. Got stiff jabbed, KO'd basically, out cold by Kamaru Usman, which Kamaru Usman is not known for his power, you know. Can you not train? Can you chill? Okay. Yeah, his chin's weird because it holds up in certain fights. Like, he does take a lot of damage, and it's rarely, like, he doesn't get finished often. He's only been finished a few times, but I don't know, man. He just makes a lot of bad body language moves when he gets hit in the face. Like, Sean Brady couldn't really hurt him badly, but Sean Brady's not known for his fucking power, you know. And yeah, Chimaev, his chin held up. Like, that was the best performance of his life, though. That was weird. I wish he was that fighter every fight now, but, you know, getting chinned by Jack Della Maddalena as well. Like, I know it was a really good knee, but he's still getting chinned badly by a few people. I just think he's pretty chinnable, and he can be hurt. He can be rocked very easily by a lot of fighters, I feel like, especially now. It's at an all-time worst point in his career. Next, we have Matt Frivola. I'm going to put him in easily chinnable. You know, this dude, Matt Frivola, man, one of my favorite fighters, honestly. He's really fun to watch. Very exciting. He's good. But fuck, his chin is so bad, bro. It's so bad. Like, he's getting, like, just completely turned off so many times. Like, his chin can hold up sometimes, but if you find it, if you tap him on it in a certain spot, he will die. Okay? Benoit, Ferris Ziham, other people too. You know, they're turning me off completely, out cold. So, yeah, his chin's really bad. I don't think a lot of people will disagree with this one. I think it's pretty common knowledge. This dude's chin is not the best. Next, we got Robert Whittaker. You know, getting his jaw crushed by Hamzat probably didn't make his chin any better, but he's very chinnable. You know, this is obvious. He's getting, dude, like, it's literally, I have to clench my whole asshole every time I'm watching a Robert Whittaker fight because I'm just scared he's going to get chinned. You know, got chinned by Izzy, got chinned by Dreykus. I thought he was going to get chinned by fucking Paulo Big Man Costa, okay? That shit would have irked me so bad. He got rocked by him badly. It feels like he gets rocked in every fight he's in. You know? Fuck. Like, his chin's very bad. It is very bad. It's probably the worst part of his fighting kit, you know? His tool set. He just doesn't really have a good chin to back up the karate blitz style that he has to put on the line a lot of the time. It's unfortunate. He's pretty small for the weight class, too. I know he likes to talk about, I'm big, man. I can go to 205. No, the fuck you cannot. He would get chinned badly. Next, we got Brian Ortega. Dude, he's S tier. Like, Brian Ortega is one of the best chins ever, okay? He was almost KO'd out cold by Diego Lopez, but then he touched him again and it turned his chin back on. So, yeah, Brian Ortega taking so many significant shots from Max, Volk. Just got beat the fuck up. But his chin holds, okay? Very good chin. Impossible to chin. He's so tough. Just, no one talks about it, man. Next, we're going to put Israel Adesanya into the very rarely hurt category, okay? Izzy has a good chin, man. Like, a very good chin, all right? You see the Pereira fight. He's getting TKO'd in the feet. Bad stoppage, by the way, but he has a very good chin, okay? He's taken so many significant shots from Pereira, and maybe it's more of his head movement and his defense, but, dude, like, think about a time you saw Izzy get dropped. Okay, I know he's got finished. Fuck. Malvo just finished him, but that doesn't matter, okay? His chin's very good. He's taken shots from Yoel Romero. He's taken a bunch of crazy, significant shots from Kevin Gastelum and not getting dropped. He's getting rocked, but very good recovery on him. Very good chin. I think it's pretty underrated. Like, I know Kenny Okoye says has the best chin of all time, but, you know, I don't know about that. Very good chin, though. You know, I'm going to put him in the A tier. He deserves it. Next, we're going to put Colby Covington into... Let's put him right next to Usman. All right, we're going to put him in the slightly chinny, you know? I think that Usman is... Or no, I think Colby is a weird one because, like, he can take a lot of damage from Buckley and he can take a lot of damage from Usman, but he's getting finished by Usman, like, getting beat up and just rocked and dropped multiple times. You know, he's never really he never really gets chinned a lot because he's always wrestling usually. But yeah, I think he's pretty chinnable. Like, it's not the best. It could be better. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in slightly chinny. Next, we got Islam. Where are we gonna put Islam? I'm not sure actually. You know, he's either very rarely hurt or slightly chinny. I think I'm going to put him in slightly chinny, you know? Like, my GOAT Islam, bro. You know he's my favorite fighter, bro. You know he is, but kind of slightly chinny, you know? Like, getting KO'd early in his career, that was because of his defense. He was so bad then. He's gotten so much better. So proud of you, bro. No, that's so gay to say. I'm sorry. I'll never say that again, but, yeah. He's getting hurt by Volk, stumbled by Volk, pillow hands Volk, getting dropped by Volk. Yeah, he's getting hurt by Dustin, rocked pretty badly. Carried by his defense and his clinch game pretty badly in those fights, probably. Yeah, I'm okay with putting Islam in chinnable, slightly chinny. Can you stop? Can my cat chill? Can you chill? Okay, but yeah, Islam, I feel comfortable putting him here. You could probably argue he's has a rarely hurt. You could probably argue that, but he is rarely hurt. But I don't know, he gets hurt sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna put Islam here. Next we have Calvin Kattar, and I was gonna put him S tier. I was gonna say he has an iron chin, but he's been finished by Arnold Allen. I don't know, because Calvin Kattar might have the record for the most significant strikes taken. He's so just headstrong, and he will just march forward and put his chin on the line. He's like, I'm gonna take this. He has a very good chin, very tough, almost impossible to finish until Arnold Allen did it. No one else has. But I don't think you can really put a fighter in S tier if they've been finished badly before. So yeah, I'm gonna put him A tier. He's rarely hurt, crazy chin, taking the most significant strikes from Max. It is Pillow Hands Max, and that was when he really had pillow hands. He was just a true volume striker then. So yeah, I think he goes there. Underrated chin, honestly. No one talks about it, man. People forget. They talk about it, but they don't talk about it, all right? Kattar has a crazy chin. Throw Pantoja in there, too. You get him in S tier. Pantoja, iron chin, man. Just impossible to finish. I mean, didn't Diego almost do it? Diego Figueiredo, or not Diego, Figueiredo. Yeah, he dropped him, I think. I don't think he finished him, but, Pantoja, man, he's a zombie. He marches forward, has a dumb, it's a dumb chin. It doesn't make any sense how good it is. Next, we're going to talk about Yuri, all right? The guy uses his chin as a shield, as a wall. I'm going to say slightly chinny, slightly chinny. He's been rocked by almost everyone he's fought in the UFC. Got rocked really badly by Dominic Reyes with an up kick. Obviously got KO'd by Pereira easily twice. He has such bad defense. It makes his chin look a lot worse than it is. But yeah, when you use your chin as a shield, what do you expect, bro? Jamal Hill kind of doesn't really have any power because his foot movement's bad and he doesn't stand down on his shots, that I've now realized after watching that fight. So I think, yeah, Yuri's slightly chinny. He's very tough, has good recovery. He'll never quit. The rest of his body is invincible. He's not going to care about calf kicks or body kicks, but his chin is able to be turned off. He can be rocked. His recovery is good, but it can be rocked really badly. I say slightly chinny. Next, we got Max, and this is the hardest pick. This is the hardest one because Max has been finished now badly, concussed badly. And he's always been a guy who has a good chin. He's taken some shots that make no sense where he gets hit and he just turns his head back around after getting it spun around. He's like, brother, you hit me? I'm good. Let's go. It's ridiculous how good his chin is at times. But then he's getting rocked and stumbled over by Dustin Poirier. He's getting hurt pretty badly by Volk at times, with elbows. He's getting his eyes do a little shake, but he's good. I don't know, because can you put someone at S tier if they've been finished really badly? No, I think I have to put Max in slightly. Gets hurt slightly. He gets hurt sometimes. Rarely hurt. I gotta, because he's been chinned now badly, and he has been dropped by Justin Gaethje. If you're talking about prime, not prime Max, because Max is in his prime now, but if you're talking about, a couple years ago, I think Max is S tier. He's unstoppable. Iron chin, one of the best in the UFC. But now it's been tested a little. It's been found out to see, you can hurt him. You can finish him. It's possible. So, yeah, you got to put him in hurt sometime. Next, we got Drew Dober. All right, I'm going to put him in slightly. No, we're going to put him in rarely hurt. Drew Dober has a dumb chin. He has a very good chin. Pretty underrated, I'd say. Rarely gets finished. I think he's only been finished once or twice. And yeah, he takes so many significant shots, so many power bombs, and he's okay. Dober has an underrated chin, takes a lot of damage, so much damage taken in the Silva fight, the Gene Silva fight. But wasn't it a ref stoppage? I forget. Yeah, dude, or was it a decision? I don't even remember. But dude, underrated chin, He deserves to be here. Okay, lastly, we're going to talk about Khabib. I'm going to put him in S. You know, he's obviously going to go in S. Like, the fighter who's never got cut, you know? Like, he's never been sliced, not even once. Like, his chin, his durability, his heart, just, it's insane. I'd argue he's probably been hit the least. Like, he's been chin checked the least amount in S tier, maybe. So yeah, maybe if he'd actually got hurt, like, and chinned cleanly by Connor or someone, maybe he could have been chinned. Maybe it could have been tested and broken, but yeah, he's never even really been hurt in the octagon. You have to put him in S. So yeah, he's going there. But yeah, you see the tier list. That's it. Those are all the fighters I want to talk about. Probably could have done some better ones, but I don't know. These are some standout fighters that I think have bad chins, good chins, mediocre chins, average chins, whatever. All right, this is the tier list. If you disagree with it, go make a better one, kid. I don't know what to tell you. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.